Welcome back to Vestal, New York, where the Buffalo Bulls are taking on the Binghamton Bearcats here. We're going to go to 157. It's going to be Carter Baer for Binghamton, a redshirt freshman, 13-8 on the season. He's from Governor, New York. And he's taking on Nick Stampoulos. He's a sophomore. Newark, New Jersey. He attended St. Benedict's High School. 7-8 on the year, really tough. I talked to Stutzman about him. He was wrestling 49 all year. And with the injury, injury to Ty Raines, I should say, a longtime starter for Buffalo. He's going to assume this role at 57, and Stutz just said, he's all for it. He's right in there. Again, New Jersey kid that just, loves to grind, loves the battle, and both of these guys are just super strong for the weight class. But yeah, Stampoulos is pretty much going to be the guy at this point going forward. Really sorry for Ty Raines. I loved watching him wrestle his career. Hard-working kid, but probably pretty serious injury based on what I saw last weekend. So let's get into wrestling, though. Stampoulos with a nice underhook there to the right side. Carter's doing a good job now, kind of going back to where he wants to be positionally. Good leg attack. Headgear issue, but no big deal. Wow, they knew his headgear was going to break. I don't know if I've ever seen that in wrestling. In 47 years, they had an auxiliary headgear ready to go. They knew his initial headgear was going to break. It's great.
Good job. Let's go. You're stuck, Navy there. Come on, Navy. 1 minute.
Nice leg attack again. Good re-attack by Stampoulos. Good front headlock here.
You ready? Like that, Nick. Stay there. Yes. That's it, Nick. Now snap. Stand there, Nick. Working, Nick. Keep working. Keep wearing on it. 30.
30 seconds to go. Again, I say this a lot, but lots of action in the first period with no scoring. I like how Stampoulos has that wrist control, how he's turning it out. That's really key. A lot of good college wrestlers do that, and it creates a little more space for them. End of the first period. Carter's going to go down right away. A little bit of blood here. Trainer Noel, who does a fantastic job at Binghamton, is going to clean him up a little bit. He's been here a while. Really important to have great trainers. They're like the fifth coach on your staff. They're all in. They're very passionate about the sport. So Noel is extremely passionate about the sport, as is Bill Bacon, who I brought up before, their strength coach. Just does a great job with them. He's out right away. In fact, not that I think it's a big deal, but the advantage time could be only 1 second because he was out in 1. maybe 2, but it shows 4 right now. Not a big deal, or hopefully not. Stampoulos doing a good job, like controlling ties. Again, Coach Stutzman's really happy with Nick because he's like, hey, can you go up to 57? And he's like, no problem, I'm there. And like when you're a coach and you have guys that do stuff like that, you love it. And Gam Kralitze is the same way at Binghamton. He's wrestled anywhere from 65, 74, 84, 97. These guys are getting a little chippy, but that's all right. Stutzman wants him to just keep reattacking like over and over, which I completely understand, but there needs to be a little more angle involved, meaning that essentially at the end of the day, like you need to create space, you need to create angles, and so at the end of the day, like, okay, now we're going back to the other headgear. Wow. They do a lot of headgear work at Buffalo. Short time here. Under 10.
Slow down. 3, 2, 1.
These guys are both very physical wrestlers. I mean, anybody that's watched wrestling can see the physicality of these guys. They're built very similar.
You gotta trust that, Nick. Stop reaching for him.
So the coaches are kind of tipping things off a little bit. They're like, stop reaching, and so both student athletes shouldn't reach. It's one of those things where like there's going to be one opening, and that's going to decide the match right now. So really good leg attack by Carter Baer. Excellent leg attack. And this, you know what this does? This keeps him away from a stall call. Because that is a good leg attack. And he lifts it, and there it is. It's a big takedown. You love seeing that as a coach, like Coach Borshoff. Like, you know, Carter didn't, like, have the match he wanted earlier this evening, and now that was key. And here's the thing, though. Again, good lift. They could call him for stalling here, but, like, is he really stalling? Not really. He's just wrestling. Put your foot out. Great action right in front of me here. Really good action by both athletes, really. Good lift and return. When you hear that thump, you know it's a good lift and return. You hear that boom. So that's somewhere where Carter's underneath the hips like that. Like they could start a call, but he's still staying proactive from top. But I could see how the Buffalo coaches aren't like happy with that because, you know, you want to win every match, but so with 2 seconds left, there's going to be a mandatory stall call. Carter's going to win this match, though, and that's going to put Binghamton up 16-0.
decision.
Good win.
Carter Baer. That makes our match score 16-0 Bearcats. Next up, 165.
Yep.